No! No! Our worst nightmare is true. Liv Morgan has captured a title.
Why is that your?
Nightmare.
That's not my worst nightmare.
What's your worst nightmare?
Austin Theory cashes on the tribal chief and wins.
No! 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 It's a bad day to be a wrestling fan. The dark cloud has come over. It's come over. Austin Theory cashes in on tribal chief and wins. No!
And what I learned, and I also put this up because they look like they want to be the scissoring joke.
Yeah.
which
By the way,
which for people that watch the best of, not the best of, the watch along of Money in the Bank. That's how me and Wes opened the show. Sesame joke. Yeah. It's like...
The Acclaim has arrived.
So
Also,
Marcus
can I add one
and
thing,
Jamal
Kenny?
may have guns and spinnies when they open up ETE. When I seemingly host with Where's We Scissor.
Manny, I want to also imply that this is not my worst nightmare. I want to reiterate this. I just want to say that because wrestling isn't that serious. My worst nightmare is waking up without my penis. That's my worst nightmare. Oh! Oh! What happened? No! Why, God? Why?
I'm gonna ask you the question when we intro the show. So what would be worse if I had these two as the thumbnail, or my disdain for America?
Oh, America. Oh no. I imagine this being the day Manny was like, yes, yes, for England. USK. I know it's no S in UK, but USK. Oh,
Many
this is
I
horrible.
saw online many Americans are turning their back on July
America?
4th. Yeah, because of
Yeah.
the abortion rights and stuff. How
Yeah,
can you be
America used to be.
independent with those rights? So I agree with them.
America has a lot of problems right now, and this is probably not the show to get into.
Yeah. Let's just move on.
We are not the show to come out about abortion laws, gun laws, voting rights, and everything else. America used to be free, damn it. Now, it's still America.
Yeah, and we'll be back
at.
right after this.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe. Ow, ow, ow!
Hey! Oh!
Check out the Marcus and Manny show.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
Yeah. Listen to that.
Welcome
man.
everyone to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. You may have noticed we're both wearing chains. I'm Lord Manny Hayes, and he is.
And we're both wearing hats. I am Marcus the grand finale. But there's one thing Manny cannot take away from me, and that is this pen. Take that. Take that.
My pen costs more than yours.
Oh, that's an Apple pen, huh? My pen can write down the time. Can your pen do that without a trackpad? It cannot. Mine wins. I'm just saying.
Well, I can scribe it. I can scribe it deep into paper and then leave an indent.
Your pen is a setback. It's a setback.
Which is basically any time you require a pen and you're on the telephone and someone's trying to tell you a date or a time or a telephone number and you find the pen and the pen never works. So you end up scribing that telephone number or wherever you need to into the pen, into the piece of paper.
Yeah. Manny, I want to say this, and I want to say this to everybody in the United Kingdom. Happy Independence Day. It was a day you were able to separate from America in a mutual agreement that didn't involve any violence whatsoever.
I think. Do you know what? In the long run, I think we got the better end of that deal.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You miss us. You miss us. You miss us.
The only reason I miss you is when it comes around to the Olympics. Then I miss it. When America decides to dominate in the Olympics.
Yeah, and the UK does nothing. And the only time we miss you guys, World Cup. You guys compete. We're over there in the round of death going like, here we go. Let's hope for a tie.
I think Levi's got this wrong.
Yep.
That isn't when the guy died at the dock.
No. That is Labor Day. When the guy died, coming up September 5th, I believe. It'll be the first Monday of the month. So that guy died at the Ducks. Let's start off with some news and some Raw and some Money in the Bank coverage, everything. What we got, Manny?
So I think the only main thing we got is from news-wise is Shotzi Blackheart, or Shotzi now, lost her last name, cancelled their Twitter today. Deactivated it after numerous backlash from her performance at Money in the Bank. She did release a statement yesterday as well, saying essentially like fuck the haters. Essentially, that's what it was. We all make mistakes. She, at the end of the day, when she looks at a match, she looks at is everyone safe? Did anyone get hurt? What was the other things? Did we all have fun? And then something else. And when she checked it off at the end, all three were fine. But what it is I don't think it's right to openly at someone and go, you know what, you should lose your job for this. I think everyone in their life has had a bad day at work. Imagine if some random asshole came up to you and went, do you know what, you deserve to lose your job for that. It's totally wrong.
Hold on. That happens at least once a day for me.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it doesn't happen to me anymore.
Everybody,
Yeah, anyone that works has to serve people or deal with people, like people that are in service industries and like what Marcus does as a manager of places where you have to deal with members of the public. When they feel like they're in the wrong, they immediately want your job. They want your head.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous that they think it should work like that. What's the end game? They're like, haha, you lost your job. Imagine that. Imagine
my life is better.
Yeah, imagine you had a bad day at work, and then I came in and went, do you know what, you deserve to lose your job for that.
And then you at me on Twitter, and you continue to go. You're trash news. But this is more into the toxic fan base of the wrestling community, in which they fit along with the Star Wars universe. Let people do what they do. Shotzi had a bad day. Yeah, there was botches. Yeah, she wasn't the best in the world. But you know what? She did better than any of you people would have ever even dreamed of doing. No one got hurt. Only person that looked bad was Shotzi. She's already probably stressed out enough about the situation.
I thought she died.
I
thought she had a concussion or something when she went for the senton and just hit the back of her head on that ladder. I thought she was done. That was nasty.
Yeah, we thought so too. We were like, oh, hope Shotzi's okay. She's back up again. But I just think that people out there just need to chill. Just chill. They're out there doing this for your entertainment. If it didn't go right, whatever. No one's forcing you to watch Shotzi Blackheart.
And
Lacey Evans deserves to be fired. I was playing.
You can't fire a Marine.
I think it can be done.
See, this is why he gets put in timeout, because that statement is completely false.
Yeah, we like Shotzi, but Shotzi does bad spots. She botches all the time, but we never crap on her. We always go like, Shotzi's gonna kill herself. Damn it.
Yeah, it was like Shotzi death spot where she lands really awkwardly, and it's just like, oh no, I hope she's okay.
Yeah. We are Shotzi guys. Believe it or not, we are pro Shotzi. That's why she's in our intro. Shotzi is gracious enough to give us that intro, and she's a nice person, and I would never say a
For
bad thing
free.
about Shotzi Matlock. Yeah, for free.
Yeah.
For free, she did that.
Pulling back the curtain, I interacted with her when it was supposed to be a cameo, and then she ran out of time, and then she said you can have it for free because she saw my email address, not the work one I have, but like it's the one I've had for a very long time. I've had this since I was like 13 in the days of MSN. The Philly dude.
Why, Manny? Why?
I was 13. Do you remember anything you did when you were 13 in terms of usernames?
Yes. I believe
think
I
how
was,
bad they were.
Mr. Goon. I was the Goon or Mr. Goon or something in my 13.
Yeah, exactly. That's just as bad as being the Philly dude. and I won't accept anything less. Do you want to cover a bit of Money in the Bank? Like we've done the watch along and everything.
I'll give you the behind the scenes of what I thought of the show.
I thought the pay-per-view overall was okay. I don't think it was good. I don't think it was bad. I think coming a few days off of it, I think the direction of pushing younger talent with like the likes of Liv and Theory is a good idea. Even though we clamor for them to push new stars and then they push Theory, and because it's not organic, everyone fucking hates it.
Yeah, but what is really organic? What is organic? That I just naturally like this person. When does that ever happen in WWE? In WWE, what Daniel Bryant?
That wasn't organic. That was forced. That wasn't organic.
It became forced.
It became forced because they had to force it.
Yeah. So I honestly don't care about this organic thing. That it's organic, they like it, whatever. I care about who entertains me the most and who does a good job at what they're doing in the ring, as if they're being a good heel or face. That to me is what I care about. For the most part, I enjoyed the pay-per-view a lot, but there's always that 25% increase in enjoyability from being there at the event with all the energy from the crowd and everybody there. I feel like everybody in the arena who was there honestly really enjoyed the event, even though they were upset about Theory. They also appreciated the heel shit, Labu and Theory, because Theory even after the show got on the microphone and was talking shit to these people. It was like, you guys are just I'm the guy now. This, and I can do this all day. He just kept coming back and forth on the microphone. Everybody was just like, shut the fuck up, man, and trying to kill him. It was still all in good fun. I think everybody had a good time. It was just like watching the villains win. That's what it felt like when he won. And on top of that, they got to see their hero win as well. So you got both sides of it. You got to see the villain win and the hero win, in which Liv Morgan, who the crowd loved for whatever.
Hold on, I thought you were going about the hero being Bobby Lashley.
No, Bobby won too. The hero won too. Yeah, he won. Great. They love Bobby. They really love Bobby. I didn't see that was. If there was something that came out of nowhere that took me by storm, was the natural love for Bobby Lashley in that crowd. That crowd was crazy for Bobby. Like as soon as his music hit, everybody would start screaming and they got jacked. There were like 7 or 8 Bobby chants in the middle of the match when Theory was doing the chin lock. They really organically love Bobby Lashley. I was still like, it's Bobby. I like Bobby. I've always liked Bobby. 4 times. There's times where I don't like Bobby. There's times where I do like Bobby. I mean, I like Bobby stage right now. Right now. So, but the crowd, again, their hero was Liv Morgan. They wanted to see Liv Morgan win Money in the Bank. They were happy that she beat Ronda because nobody wanted to see Ronda and Natty, although you can probably hear me scream, let's go Natty 8 million times on that show to the point where I think I was going to end up in a fight with the people that was quiet in that whole arena. Like, why is he yelling this? Let's go, Daddy. But overall, it was an enjoyable show that if you missed it, yeah, you didn't really miss much. It wasn't like a all-time classic, but I think you got to see a rise of two young stars. I think Theory is growing to his own as a heel.
Question, because I've just noticed Jamal in here. Are you wearing a Bullet Club shirt for Bullet Club Live? You have no other reason to be wearing a Bullet Club shirt today.
Maybe this money in the break beat. Yes. It is a troll. It is a troll. Bullet Club win again.
So so the pay-per-view wasn't too bad, but it wasn't something that I would consider highly memorable. Because like the women, as usual, never hold on to that briefcase for long. They normally wait a day maximum. The only person that's held it longer is Carmella.
Yeah, but she lost it, won it, and then lost it again.
Yeah.
Oh, but I think we all benefited from Liv cashing in though. Yeah, she is the champion. I'm not a fan of her. I'm going to say it right now. I went, no, that's not what I really wanted. But better her than, hi, I'm Ronda Rousey. I'm just going to say what I read. Or Daddy right now. And I think if Liv were to be attacked by the inevitable Charlotte Flair, who I believe is probably going to be her opponent at SummerSlam, and probably will win that title.
No, apparently the plan is Ronda.
Ronda and Liv?
Yeah.
The hell? Are we getting heel Ronda?
Apparently.
And there's no way Liv surviving that. Liv ain't surviving that.
Yeah, so apparently that is the plan. But should we move into Raw?
Yeah.
So Raw kicked off with Bobby Lashley. Says that there's no man in any division or promotion that can beat him for that United States Championship. Theory comes out, said he will get a rematch for that title at SummerSlam, and states whoever is the last man standing, he will cash in and become the undisputed Universal Champion. Which is when Lashley gets beat up by the briefcase.
Yeah. This never looks impressive. It never looks impressive when a man gets beat up by a briefcase. It looks like he's hitting him with his purse. Stop hitting me, you brute, you brute, you brute, you brute. Never a fan of
that. Then we move into the first match of the night, which was Dominic and Rey Mysterio versus the Judgment Day. So last week,
pants.
And then last week I was hyped up for this because I was supposed to be learning how bad of a father Rey Mysterio was going to be in San Diego. You learned. No, Marcus, I was waiting, but it turns out he really did show me how he was a bad father by not keeping his word.
You're like my father, Ray. I was going to say something different, but you know what? That trumped me. I'm still going to say.
What did you have?
I was going to say Ray showed Dominic how to be a bad father by showing that Eddie was his real true father, and that Ray won the match.
I mean, that just worked. That worked just as good. Yeah, so they pulled the Eddie trick, and Judgment Day lose by DQ. The match was good. Dominic definitely needs to go back to NXT. And then Judgment Day later on the night jump both the Mysterios in the back.
Yeah. So what did you think of the presentation of Judgment Day, the edgeless Judgment Day? First match, basically, without Edge or Rhea Ripley, who's, just missing for whatever reason. And Hillfield Balor with Pans and Jeff Hardy towel.
They look lost. They look like a lost tag team. That's basically what they look like. They look like they had no direction. They definitely just look lost. What did you think?
Yeah, I feel like that they're missing something a lot. One, Ripley's not there. Two, since the Edge turn, they haven't really had any mic time, and they don't know. I feel like they have no idea where they're going to go, and it seems like this is going to fizzle out soon.
And then we basically get the Miz. The Miz said he is when asked about Logan Paul signing and wanted to come after him. Miz said he's proud. He loves the confidence of Logan Paul, but he surrounds himself with yes men. However, in WWE, that will humble you quickly, and he doesn't want him to make the same mistake he did. And he asked to retract his statement because together they can become the undisputed tag team champions. But if he doesn't, he will be relentless and he will be humbled.
I like that people are using the humble lately because Natty was using humbled. I don't know when people decided to watch film of the Iron Sheik where he would humble the Hulk Hogan and humbled everybody that hits his capital clutch. I don't know when that started becoming a play, but everybody's using humble lately.
And then we get a match later on, well, directly after this was AJ Styles versus The Miz. The match for me wasn't as good as last week.
No, of course not. Last week was good for no reason. No reason.
Yeah.
The Miz put his all in that one. And this week felt like, I'll just pull it in. Maybe because The Miz knew he was taking that pin. Like,
and then Ciampa attacks at the end. And then AJ does try and turn the tide, but the numbers game gets to him. And then The Miz finally acknowledges Ciampa.
Yeah, Manny, I'm going to do something. I'm going to take off my hat. And now I have my Teddy Long general manager hat, which is basically a bald hat. And I'm going to say what's going to happen at SummerSlam. Player, on July 30th, Logan Paul ate the phenomenal AJ Styles in a tag team match against The Miz and Tommaso Ciampa. That's what's going to happen.
And now do the shakes.
I think that's what's going to happen. And I said it backwards. I should have said Miz and Ciampa versus AJ Styles and the Logan Paul.
I'm going to cover all this in one go. The Street Profits hold a hot dog eating contest. Ali and Cedric steal Veer's plate. Omos throws Reggie like he's Jazz from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Ezekiel squirts ketchup all over Seth Rollins. We get a rare Shelton Benjamin sighting. And then Tozawa wins the hot dog eating contest. And that is his biggest achievement in WWE.
Yep. One, not the greatest 4th of July celebration they've had in this company, but it was one. No pie, no Kevin Owens. Who is missed? I don't know why Kevin's out. Has he got a concussion or injury or something?
Yeah, I think he's injured.
Yeah. Derelta, Elrod, Ezekiel, and Elias storyline, which the summer of injuries continue to ruin the summer of storylines. There's a good storyline on Raw, and they ruined it with injuries. Damn it.
Yeah. And then we get the Street Profits, Bobby Lashley versus Theory and Alpha Academy. Keep wanting to call him American Alpha. I keep wanting to call him American Alpha. Do you know what? Dawkins looked like he'd been replaced in this match instantly.
What, by Bobby?
Yeah. I mean, all three had great in-ring chemistry, but when you saw Bobby stand next to Ford and they were doing the standing suplexes, I was like, Montez don't look like he needs to. I mean, Dawkins don't need to look like he even needs to be here anymore.
No, but come on. But let Dawkins have his moment. At Money in the Bank, Dawkins look good. You know, this is the last days of Dawkins. Yeah,
he looked right.
He looked good here. He looked good here, and these are the last days of Dawkins. And you know what? He's going out with a bang. Dawkins might not just fall into obscurity after the Street Profits break up.
He will.
He might survive. I thought, this match, because we only had a few matches on this show, they were all tag essentially, but the Rey Mysterio and Dominic match was better than this one, but this was still good. This was still a solid 6-man tag.
And then we get, which is disgusting.
Yeah, I didn't need that. I thought they were going to build more to it, that he would just be sitting on the sidelines, but it was just kind of like he just settled. He just kind of just threw up at the end. It was like, he didn't really sell that he was sick. during the match. I didn't like that.
Yeah, he didn't even sell that he was that full either. And then we get Liv Morgan gets "You deserve it" chant, which dies instantly when she says "We deserve it." I think that's the kryptonite to the "You deserve it" chant.
Yeah, no, we deserve it, damn it, we deserve it. Yeah. She got the "You deserve it" chance at Money in the Bank. The "You deserve it" chant is not my favorite. It's more like, they earned it. If they keep it kayfabe alive, they did win it. Like, imagine LeBron James or Steph Curry or any of these NBA players, or I'm trying to think of, or Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. They win the Super Bowl, and then it's all of a sudden they end it. "You deserve it." No, they kind of they bust their ass to get this. It seems like they just gave it to Liz.
Yeah, but what's more deserving? Who was more deserving? Briggs and Jensen winning the NXT UK tag team titles, who got a "You deserve it" chant, or Liv Morgan, who got a "You deserve it" chant. Liv, 100% is Liv.
Yeah,
when those two are put together and Liv, you.
Yeah, I just think we need to retire the "You deserve it" chant. I hate it.
Yeah,
it's not my favorite. It's just let it go. It's in the same vein of "You still got it." Oh no, "You still got it" makes me laugh. Especially when wrestlers never stop wrestling and they just show up on WWE TV and they be like, "Oh, you still got it." They've been wrestling in Impact and Ring of Honor or wherever, Japan, for years. They never lost it. "You still got it," chance. Get out of here. Give me a break.
The one that bothers me more is "This Is Wrestling." Like, what the fuck are you watching then?
All of this is wrestling. All of this is wrestling.
I don't go to watch a movie in the cinema and start chanting "This is movie."
I have to watch the bed. Or how about this one? Oh God, I'm blanking out. It's oh my God. Well, I'm blanking out on chants. "Fight Forever." Undeserved "Fight Forever" chant makes me sick.
Yeah, but "Fight Forever" chant. Do you realize how stupid that is?
No, but I understand it. I understand, like, oh, these guys are great. They're doing good. But undeserved "Fight Forever" chant, they're the worst. They're the worst. I'm like, no, man, this is, cut this shit out. Let's go. Or "This is awesome because there was one dive." I hate it.
So I can't see Levi's comment in StreamYard, but he's put in the actual YouTube feed. "I hate any UK chant. Those clowns ruin shows." No, they improved shows. It's because Americans cannot organize themselves to be that that in sync to create a chant just off the bat like that.
It's the story of America, Manny. It is the story of America. We can't even get together to sing songs.
And if anything, NXT 2.0 is basically a UK crowd because they take over based on his stance. They take over the entire show.
Yeah, I just feel like there are some crowds out there that are too devoted, and that's the NXT crowd who just go hard for anything that comes out there. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but they always try to go for the takeover. There's the UK crowd. Sometimes, Manny, I will agree that some of these chants don't make any sense. They just be singing songs randomly. But then there's the beach ball crowds who I hate.
Yeah.
Or the crying crowds. Those are the ones who I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, some of the Raw After Mania crowds are trash. Like, they're good ones. There's a lot of good ones, but there's some out there just like, what? You're just chanting random stuff and it's just full of shit.
Oh, Levi, don't make me put you in timeout again.
What? Chanting what in America? Sometimes when people are doing good promos, I love the one chant because some wrestlers deserve it because it's like, what are you doing? But then there's a lot of times when, like, Edge is cutting the promo and it's very serious and good, or Rollins or something, or they cut the serious promo and it's like, what? Stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
They can really break someone. Like, they do that to new people as well, and they can really break them. So back to the Liv Morgan thing. Out comes Natty, demands Liv to thank her for destroying Ronda Rousey, but instead
I had not rolled my eyes hard enough. when Daddy music hit. It could not roll hard enough. Almost went blind rolling my eyes to Natty this week. My eyes rolled back and almost choked on my eyes in my throat because Natty walked out. That's how hard it rolled when Natty walked out.
But instead of thank you, she wants the championship. Carmella also comes out and says some things. I didn't pay attention. Before a 2-on-1 attack started, and then Bianca Belair comes out for the save. We get a tag match. The match was fine. Nothing out of the ordinary.
No. It showed that the two champions get along. Maybe we can build them up long enough that they're friends here and we can show them they're being friends. But coming when the first time ever when brand versus brand and the one time of the year when the wrestlers from other brands can fight, which is a total lie because everybody's everywhere at this point. Bianca and Liv to the death. To the death. Nice breakup.
Yeah, and then so you said in the live chat on the Money in the Bank watch along, the creepy video package was you thought it was Gable Steveson, right?
Yeah, well, okay. So I was swayed by the people in my row, basically Eric, who said, I was like, oh, this is probably just for Edge. And somebody's like, oh, it's Bray Wyatt. Oh, no. I was like, nah, it's definitely Edge. And then Eric's like, nah, they showed Gold Medals. It's probably Gable Steveson. I was like, oh, they did show Gold Medals. Because I didn't see all the other stuff. And then I was like, damn it. You're right. So I was wrong. I'm going to be wrong in the chat. Fuck it.
But the funny thing was, the moment I saw the graffiti, I was like, oh, wait, that's Edge. Because I had to rewatch it back. I was like, that's Edge from like 98 when he was running around subways and shit.
Yeah, he's fighting the bugs. That's what I got. That's why I got the vibe. I was like, oh, this is Edge, that's Brood and stuff like that. And that's why I got the vibe. But I want to unequivocally say, anybody out there that's believing this is Bray Wyatt, please stop. Go get help. He's never coming back.
Yeah, the internet seemed to think it was Bray, but before seeing all the clues that opened up, I'm like, oh wait, that's everything to do with Edge feuds.
Yeah. Oh no, everybody set themselves up for a big disappointment. We get the rebrand of Edge again, and this time it's personal, I guess. But he's going to go through his past to relive his future. I would like for him to ignore Judgment Day and not even go through the feud.
Then we get Seth Rollins versus Ezekiel, one of the better matches on Raw. Seth comes back to get some more on Ezekiel after the match, but then gets an RKO from Riddle.
Yeah, I like the RKO at the end because it did come out of nowhere. I didn't see it coming. And it's a nice way to set up Rollins and Riddle for SummerSlam, I believe, right? That's what the match would be.
Probably.
I feel like that's a good program. It's two of the most silliest guys in the company. Rollins, who, you know, the outfits and everything, and Riddle being the bro that he is. I think the match they will have will be a banger. I enjoyed this match, though.
Yeah, the match is pretty good.
Yeah.
R-Truth is dressed up as Uncle Sam and then is murdered by Gunther. R-Truth R-Truth is a disgrace to America, losing on America's birthday.
Anybody loses on America's birthday. But Betty, I have a question. Gunther, Intercontinental Champion of the world. What do you do with him next?
You keep the title on him. I want to see him versus Bobby Lashley for Survivor
Series.
I know.
I would love to see that. But as someone I think brought up, and this isn't my original idea, Cena has never won the Intercontinental title. Gunther Cena would be fun. That would be so much fun. Yeah, for America, Manny. For America.
I would allow it, but I think the Gunther title run needs to be a little bit more longer for it to seem more beneficial instead of just a belt dumping to John Cena. But the match would be incredible.
Yeah, maybe Gunther won't lose. Maybe America loses at SummerSlam. Because, you know, John Cena can't stay around with the United States title and do an open challenge every week and all that. I would love to see Gunther Cena. I would love to see Bobby Lashley, Gunther. There's so many matches with this guy you want to see. I still want to get Nakamura Gunther.
Since he's so we have a Genesis in the chat. Is that Jamal's Genesis?
It might be. That might be.
Yeah, so yeah, I would like to. I wouldn't mind seeing that, but like the Intercontinental title was never defended on premium live events or pay per view, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, but it was nice that they brought him out on Monday Night Raw, just give him that exposure. To me, it was funny watching R-Truth get destroyed for no reason, and it shows
was.
that WWE is behind Gunther.
Yeah, but it also shows that regardless of what state you're in or whether it's your birthday or not, you ain't winning.
Oh no, the Mysterios picked up a win in San Diego, Manny. That was shocking. Ray won in his hometown.
Yeah, they didn't win with honor.
And can I also say I'm a little disappointed that we're not getting 20 years of Rey Mysterio in WWE? They should do a celebration for it. Like, I think that's just as equal a celebration as Cena. I know Rey Mysterio's 20-year run, people may be on that one, but I think Rey Mysterio is an icon of wrestling, whether he was in WCW, WWE, whatever, in Mexico, ECW. I think he deserves the big celebration that Triple H, John Cena, even Jericho had, or whatever. I think Rey Mysterio deserves some big celebration because
100%,
he is an icon of the sport, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, 100%. And then we get the main event, which was Asuka versus Becky Lynch in a no-hold-barred match. Some of their spots looked actually pretty brutal. So there was the exploder suplex on a set of chairs on the outside, a suplex onto chairs
Yes.
from the top rope, which was pretty brutal, and then obviously the manhandle slam. But like the match for a hardcore match as it goes was good, but like. Yeah, some unnecessary spots, but like at least they were both okay at the end of the match.
I think it was a solid match. I think I'm just invested more into their character. I just enjoy these two working together, probably more than anything. I enjoy the character of Big Time Becky Lynch to see how crazy it is. I thought the spot when Becky was trying to set up the chair for like an hour was a botchamania moment right there, pretty much, when she's just like trying to get it in there. And then the umbrella in the missed spot, I didn't think worked. I think they should have introduced the umbrella earlier in the match, and then Becky would have just been like that, because it just all happened together, and it just seemed like, oh, that was kind of forced. But I
didn't necessarily mind the umbrella spot. I didn't necessarily mind the umbrella spot. I thought it was a bit weird that they brought an umbrella out. For me,
yeah. if it was because Asuka comes out with the umbrella, or she came out with it at Money in the Bank.
Occasionally, she occasionally comes out with the umbrella. She doesn't always. Comes out with the umbrella.
I think it should have been introduced earlier in the match. If she would have just came out with it, and then Becky would have went like that and blocked it, it would have been like, oh, okay, that's nice. But I don't know where they go with Becky Lynch for that. Does she go back after Bianca? Or does she have another storyline to go to?
That's the strange thing about SummerSlam is it's for less than 4 weeks away now, and outside of the two matches that have been announced, which is the Theory, Bobby Lashley, and Brock and Roman, you don't really know what else is going on that card. Like I'm guessing you're getting the Street Profits, but like that was barely mentioned on. Yeah, that the tag match was barely mentioned on Raw, so I'm guessing they're gonna have to mention it on SmackDown. And the Tribal Chief apparently is back this week on SmackDown.
Yeah, but the problem with the Tribal Chief being back this week is that we know who his opponent is. It's already Brock. They already have their video package ready. They already like there's nothing.
Did they play that video package twice on the last night? I feel like they did.
No, they only played it once. I think the other time was Money in the Bank.
That pay-per-view is long.
The response, it was actually a short pay-per-view. It was 2 hours, 3 hours.
I think I was more tired this time around.
Yeah. But I again, where the hardcore wrestling fan, it has a disconnect with the casual wrestling fan, because maybe Vegas is like the West Coast Chicago or something. I don't know. But that video package came up. people ate that shit up for whatever reason. I was like, oh, here we go. This is a good time for me to take a restroom break because I don't care. They seem to be like, yeah, Brock Lesnar, or yeah, Roman Reigns. I can't wait to see this again. And I'm like, what is going on? What is wrong with you people? Stop it! Stop it! You are the problem. Stop it. We don't need this match one in the last. Although I do want to see him in the last man standing match. If this was 2 matches ago, I would probably be more hyped for it. But it's just that it's happened so many times. And in the video package said this is like for the 1 millionth time. So here's like again, as for Star Wars wrestling fans, they have this parallel of the hardcore fans who hate everything Star Wars. And then there's the side that loves everything Star Wars. Then there's that in between that hates all this and then that, and particularly this and then that and that. And then there's the wrestling fans. They're the exact same people. Exact same people.
So yeah, that was the end of Raw. It wasn't actually a bad episode of Raw. It was actually a decent episode of Raw. Nothing I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna remember that forever. But you know,
no, yeah, I'm not gonna remember as Otis throwing up a hot dog forever or Finn. I might remember Finn Balor's first time donning the tights. But the main thing I got for this weekend is that the one thing I can't get out of my head, which is Theory's theme song. And I just want to yell all day, all the time.
I can't get over the excessive use of A-Town Down.
Yes.
Excessive.
Oh, man.
Jamal, I ain't making it to Rora's Retro 2045.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to that episode. Where after we made millions and our legacy has been passed down, little Manny Jr.
You think we're gonna be doing this when we're like 75? You got another thing coming.
No. We would have passed it down. We would have passed the legacy down. It'd be like little Manny Jr. or some kind, and then it'd be the cousin, the half cousin of cousin Marcus, or something like that. Or some shit like that. And they'd be talking about Raw's Retro, or Ross's son would take over the helm of all of this, and they'd be like, oh. This is what's going on Raw's Retro for months. And they'd be like, that Otis spot was actually pretty good. I hate it. I love this episode. It's one of my favorites.
We got a new person in the chat, Hanson Terrell. Welcome. Subscribe to the show if you haven't. We're closely approaching 250 subscribers. We're one away, people. One away.
Yeah, with the big goal is to get to 300 subscribers, where we will do a 300 watch along, and we will yell, "This is Sparta" at least 800 times, and it's not even that scene. It's not even that scene. This is Sparta, and where me and Manny will do the show with sprayed on abs. Sprayed on abs.
You act like we'd be sitting with no shirts on.
We will have no shirt. We have cloaks on us and sprayed on abs, shirtless in our underwear, doing watch along for 300.
Nah, that's Patreon content.
Or we can do bodysuits, Manny, if you want.
That's Patreon content. They ain't getting that. They have to pay for that.
300 episodes, 300 subscribers. We watch 300 watch along in bodysuits, or I will be in a bodysuit. Either way, I don't want people to pay for that. You're not paying for me in a bodysuit.
So yeah, that's the end of today's show. Another short show. Weeding out the nonsense, being more professional. Who would have thought? Although it's still including the nonsense for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I did have a question for you. Actually, I did have a question for you. So at the beginning of the show, in the cold open, you said your worst nightmare would be waking up when your penis being missing.
Yeah, which is also a joke from National Loaded Weapon.
So how would it be? Would it be next to you, or like you rolled over and it fell off, or someone actually visibly ripped it off, or you just woke up and it was nothing there?
It's just missing. It's just missing. It's an unsolved mystery. Like they'd be talking about this episode of Unsolved Mystery. We talk about Marcus the grand finales, Mrs. Penis. We call the episode the grand finale. It's just gone. I just woke up one day and it was gone. And then, Prologue, Marcus Peters got a job in Spain somewhere. What? I knew it had a mind of its own the whole time. It's smarter than me. Smarter than me.
Oh, no wonder why people called it cool.
He's cool. He has a job in Spain. He has 2 kids. So, did you take the balls too? I don't know how that worked. How'd you have kids?
We've gone full circle now. We have gone full circle.
He has a YouTube channel. Had Logan Paul as a guest.
Doing his own interviews.
So cool.
The whole interview's blurry. The whole interview's blurry because you can't display it.
I love his tours to Japan. I love his tours to Japan. He's just pixelated. It's just like giant pixels everywhere.
Yeah, so that is the end of today's show, mate.
You know what? You know what song is in my head? I don't know if you know Sting. I'm an Englishman in New York.
No.
Oh, okay. You should listen to that song, and that's how I'm going. That's the song I have playing for my penis walking around here. I'm an Englishman in New York.
See, mine would be Radiohead Creep. At the same time,
he's cool.
At the same time, it's got Sting Fades Paint. I'm a creep. It's showtime.
What you saying? My penis is Darby Allin.
That's only if you put the half paint on it. It's only if you put the half paint on it and it goes into danger.
I'm assuming Sting's penis looks like Darby Allin. Sting's penis looks like Darby Allin. They're about the same size at this point.
Yeah. So
this show went off the rails.
I mean, I've got more stuff for the best of.
So Manny, I always think that after we reach the 40-minute mark on any show, it goes off the rails. So when we do short shows, it stays on the toy.
So Genesis for mine. Mine is party all night.
Oh my god, that's funny all night. And then there's Jamal play Creed. Can you take me higher? And at the same point, as my penis walks through the world, I will be singing my sacrifice.
Yeah, maybe you are right. But we didn't do this last week when we went 50 minutes.
No, you're right. But there was our post-show conversation last week, which absolutely should have made the show, but we got to recreate that Saturday somehow.
What was that?
Great conversation.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
So we now have a scripted show coming out Saturday. Tune in to Saturday to see what the hell we got.
No. We just adapt to it. All we need is a key word. What would the key word for that conversation would be? Because some people, if you're in on the chat on Saturday and we forget to even bring it up, or something seems off, say this word and then we'll remember what it is.
I think wine or Chianti or something. I'll say wine. A fine bottle of wine. A fine bottle of wine.
How did we even get to that conversation?
I don't know. Oh, I know how. Well, I'm going to save that conversation for Saturday. Tune into Saturday to find out what.
Yeah, more reason to tune into Saturday. So Marcus will be back with Jamal, who is in the chat for ETE tomorrow, where I'm guessing they're covering all Impact.
Probably Against All Odds, some NWA, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Everything.
I will be back with Marcus on Thursday to talk about NXT 2.0 and Dynamite.
The Great American Bash.
Yeah. Which looks like a solid card.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to Grimes and almost called him Bronson Reed, but Braun Strowman. Jesus, I don't remember his name. Braun Breaker. Jesus, I had every Braun in my head except for Breaker. But
maybe
that's
you
the
guys
show
might
I
want to
know.
go into a bit more detail about that show, that Wes show that's only sold allegedly 350 tickets.
Yep.
Uh,
G1 coming up in New Japan. I think Kushida fought Ishimori over the weekend. So,
Yeah.
lots to talk about.
Yeah, and then Raw is Retro Friday, and then obviously the Sharpshooters Wrestling podcast on Saturday with Eric.
We
So
talk about fine wines.
Yeah, lots to talk about, and we'll be back when we're back. Take care. Shave your hair.
Yeah, I'm Shotzi.
What?
I was about to just say the Shotzi line. I was gonna say I'm Shotzi Black Guy.
You don't want to say that.
Why not?
Because you may just be another statistic. You say that I'm Shotzi Black Guy.
Damn, that sounds like a complete sentence. Let's end the show.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Peace. Bye.